Shabbat Shalom. This Parsha, Vayak'heil, begins with Moses gathering the whole community together. Hence the name Vayak'heil, to assemble, to gather. To reiterate that Shabbat is a day of complete rest, holy to God. Then we get instructions on how to create the Mishkan that we've been building all these weeks. This sacred building project becomes the focus of Israelite energy in the latter part of the book of Exodus. But more than the project itself is the quality of the people behind it. Vayak'heil pointedly reintroduces us to Bezalel and Aholiab, the master artisans responsible for the construction of the tabernacle. It's amazing that wandering in the desert, we learn the details of how to encounter God in our own homes. For in these descriptions of the Mishkan, we have allusions to how to celebrate Shabbat. On the Shabbat table, our Shabbat table itself becomes symbolic of the representation of the Mishkan in our own home. We light Shabbat candles, symbolic of the late sacred lamp, the menorah. We say Kiddush over the wine, symbolic of the sanctification of the meal taken from the sacrifices made. We have two chalot, symbolic of the special breads of the temple. We sprinkle salt on the challah before we eat it, symbolic of the destruction of the temple. The cutting of the challah but with a knife is symbolic of our sacrificing the animals brought to the altar. We wash our hands, symbolic of the priest's using of the laver created with the tabernacle. So, the Parsha begins, and Moses assembled the entire community. Closer reading in the Midrash says that he directed them to make assemblies on every Shabbat. That is, to assemble, to unite in true oneness on every Shabbat, to observe and celebrate and gather together. It's not Shabbat until we gather together, Vayak'heil, to join together in harmony with other Jews, to pray, to learn, to eat, to talk, to live stream. By keeping Shabbat holy, we are inspired by its unity and its community. For Shabbat is the unity that permeates through each one of us and allows us to be in harmony with each other. Vayak'heil, let's assemble and gather for Shabbat.